Hi guys, it's Shainaa here from India. I'm an Indian. I am a Piscean. I'm going to tell you all my information in the beginning itself. The wind chimes are giving me an approval about this, so let me go ahead. I'm a little, I really don't know where to start because, it is something new. It is a new idea that we've come across that I'm doing right now. And, I would like all your support and all your suggestions. They are welcome. So, I'm going to talk a little bit about myself, and after that, I'm going to talk about what this channel is all about. Okay. Uh, so, I am a resident of Hyderabad in India. Okay, I am an Indian by birth, and my birth date is 27th February. I'm a Piscean, and no wonder I'm in this field, right? Um, I have had a leaning towards the spiritual side of life right since I was about 15. I think most Pisceans, a lot of water signs are like that. And so I have always had this fascination. And back then, when I was that age, I used to read a lot of books. I'm sure you guys might have read also. We had Brian Weiss, Ruth Montgomery. What was that? There was Richard Bach and Linda Goodman, and I still remember, right? That I used to carry around that book, Linda Goodman's Love Signs or Sun Signs or something when I was in school, and we used to do all these predictions and stuff, and some of them used to pan out, and back in that time, there were hardly any tarot decks as well, right? And I used to die for a tarot deck. I really wanted one. So I still remember there was this time when I drew the cards. I still remember. I just drew the major arcana. Mm, I drew them on paper and stuck them on cardboard boxes. Cardboard paper, and I used those cards. And my God, even those cards were giving me answers to the questions I wanted. And I was so much into all this that I still remember there was a very funny game we used to have back then. I don't know what it was. It was like a yes and no pencil thing. Like you hold two people hold two pencils, and then we ask yes and no questions. And even that used to come true, or at least I was fascinated by it, right? And so life went on, and then I had some very major awakenings, realizations, you know, um, and a lot of my queries and questions were answered in life as I went through. But life being the way it is, we continue on with goals and with, the kind of conditioning that our parents have given, and stuff like that. So I just went about with my regular life, and I did my college, I did my MBA, I came into the corporate world, worked for 16 years, and it was somewhere in 2017 that I started going through the dark night of the soul. Now, I'm not sure how many of you know about this, about the dark night of the soul. Um, it is a very intense shadow period that we go through. And for me, that came in 2017. Yes, that was the time I quit my job, and I started full time into tarot. I was always interested in these things, but um, I couldn't follow through because of the hectic work life and things like that. Um, so it so happened that after quitting, I really didn't know what to do, and that's when I got into tarot, and there was never any looking back. I mean, I still remember, when we do drastic things like quitting what we are taught, to do most of our lives. When we quit suddenly, like take a leap of faith or something like that, when we do that, we really don't know where we are going. It's a very scary feeling. I was very scared. I still remember being very scared because I was like, what am I going to do after quitting my job, right? But I still remember the one thing that, that made me do this. It was There was nothing wrong. I loved my job. It was a very it was a field I was very passionate about. I was into training, learning and development, and it was quite good. It was quite stable. But somehow, the one thought I had in my mind was that the one thing that actually made me quit was the fact that I didn't experience sunlight. Okay, it's a very tiny thing, it's a very tiny thing. But I was like, oh my god, I've gone 16 years of my life um, without getting proper sun, without having that peace of mind, that calm that comes when you have time on your own. And you don't you I mean, I was not enjoying anything to do with nature. I couldn't go for a walk. It was always about schedules and timings and deadlines and stuff like that. It was crazy. I was going crazy. And so I quit, and then I got into tarot full time. And that is when I first connected with my friend Shruti, right? It was 2017. I remember we just had a very short, I think, talk on WhatsApp Messenger. No, sorry, Facebook Messenger. Yeah, that's right. So we had a very small talk on Facebook Messenger, and we swapped readings because both of us were in tarot, and we swapped readings. And somehow um, she blew me away with her readings. I was like, wow, how does she know that? Because I asked a question that was like, from 20 years back, and she blew me away. And that started off this beautiful friendship bond between me and Shruti. So she was my first soul tribe member of the first member of our soul tribe that connected with me. Um, Life went on. I got full time into tarot. We both explored a lot of modalities in tarot, different ways of learning, different ways of different decks. I remember it used to be such an exciting thing, for us to get new decks and then, do readings on each other, just to see how well we did it. Um, it was 2019. Yes. It was 2019 when I first connected with Shainaa. And 2019 mid was when I went through a massive spiritual awakening, right? I am going to get into that some more later on about what my spiritual awakening was all about. And I thank the spirit, the beings of love and light, my friends, my soul tribe members, for being there at the time when I was going through this spiritual awakening, right? Because it was very confusing. It was a very confusing time. It was a very shocking time, as a matter of fact. The realizations, the downloads, and the sudden opening up of the psychic senses, um epiphanies. So many things happened mid 2019. That was when I first connected with Chetna, right? Chetna came to me as a client for my tarot. And I still remember I was in a very rational, practical, sort of I am by nature a very rational person. I am a Piscean, but I have a Virgo moon. And so I've always had this duality to me, meaning that, I would always, even spiritual concepts, I would question them. I mean, it's very important to ground spiritual concepts as well. That's where I came in. I used to question that. And then I met Chetna, and I didn't get her at first. Chetna, you know what I mean. I didn't get her at first. I thought that, like, I don't know, she's so intuitive, but where does she get all this from? And then, we talked 2 or 3 times. I did the tarot for her, and she was asking me about her twin flame at that time. And, I told her what the cards told me. And, you know it was interesting. I hadn't had that experience, so I didn't know anything about it. And it was quite interesting to understand from her, um, what it's all about. And then we connected off and on. And after my spiritual awakening in 2019, mid around July, that was when we started connecting more. Then I met Ria. She's the youngest member of our tribe. She's a very sweet girl, right? So I met Ria. She was also one of my clients. And one day she just came to me. She came to me as a client in 2019. And in 2020, sometime, she came to me seeing that, all of a sudden she was connecting to angels. All of a sudden she was getting all these insights, and like, she could see the future. She could tell what kind of feelings people were having, stuff like that. Psychic, her whole psychic senses opened up somewhere in 2020. And she came to me at that time, and that's when we read the tarot for her. I did a bit of counseling, and then she launched off. I mean, the girl is, you know, she was so much raw power. I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, there is a bug here." Okay. She was so much raw power, it had to be channelized somewhere. And then, and that's how we connected. That's how we bonded. And, you know, um, we kind of got into this group, right? So this was the story of how, all of us, of how I connected to all my soul tribe people. I consider them soul tribe because I have nothing that I really have hidden. They understand me perfectly. And there's a proper definition of soul tribe. And I guess that, with all this energy, with all this energy floating around, with the similar mentalities, similar thought processes, aims, and goals, recently we decided to sort of pool in our skills and get them on a platform where we can, you know, reach out to more people. Right. Now, the thing is that 2020, as we all know, has been very, it has been a very, an year of upheaval, an year of, change, spiritual awakenings in this downtime, in this isolation. We've had a lot to think about, a lot to ponder on. And it came very much in time with my spiritual awakening of 2019. So, in a way, what happened in 2020 for me personally was I absorbing and understanding and trying to make sense of life, of what was the purpose of it. Um, why does whatever happen? There were a lot of questions. Long story short. And so we said that, we were sitting and discussing about this, and we said that, maybe there are other people. And I do get clients, who often ask me that, what is happening to me? What is 5D? Am I going crazy? That's the most common question. A question I have asked myself a number of times as well. Am I going crazy? mean, and I've had so many people coming in asking me that, what is it? What is it that I'm seeing? Why am I seeing what I'm seeing? Why am I experiencing what I'm experiencing? What is twin flame? What is soulmate? What is, what is spiritual expansion, what is ascension. I mean, there has to be a repository. We thought that, there needs to be a repository of people who have gone through these experiences real time. Okay. People like, me, people like Chetna, Shruti, Ria, we've all gone through very massive changes, in the previous 5 6 years. And now we wanted to come on a certain platform where we could connect with like-minded people like you guys, to share these experiences, so that you can learn something from our journey, and maybe we get to learn something from you guys. Please comment below about what you are going through, because it is a very important and a very intense time on this planet, at this time. uh, we are now in the age of Aquarius, and things are going to change very rapidly, and it is always best to stay connected to a tribe. We want to, I mean, what we want to bring to the table is not just, sharing of experiences. We do want to bring in, collective readings, energy checkups, pick a card readings, psychic readings, maybe even how do you connect to spirit guides, for that matter, maybe FAQs, more about twin flames, more about soulmates, what's the difference. I am just giving you a small snapshot of what we are planning, but it is going to unfold slowly. It was, I mean, this channel, the coming of this channel was divinely guided. We have been getting this idea for quite a while now, and I just kept putting it away for some time, because I was like, oh, that's so much work, because like, I have my channel and then I have my readings. And so finally, we're kicking off with the intro, and we are going to be bringing a lot more stuff to the table, a lot more awareness of the spiritual realm, of how to ground the spiritual into the physical, into the 3D, because it's very important, right? I mean, it is important not to float away too much and unground yourself by being super connected and not being grounded. And also there needs to be another balance, which is that you can't be so grounded that you forget about the spiritual world, that you are a spirit having a human experience and not the other way around, right? So we wanted to bring this channel in, so that we could ground in spirituality into everyday life, into everyday practice, right? So that people become comfortable with it. There are a lot of tarot readers, a lot of light workers. There's so many beautiful beings, who are on this track, on this path. And I'm sure you must have listened to them, and each I do feel each drop helps, right? Each drop helps in filling up the ocean, right? So we also wanted to be a part of this contribution, towards bringing awareness. So we are going to be getting a lot of those things to you guys. Please comment, please suggest what you would want us to do in the future. As of now, what we are going to do is we are mostly going to be bringing you, for the first sort of the kickoff. uh, Chetna will be talking about twin flames. We want to start off with the topic of twin flames. As a matter of fact, I would be doing maybe a pick a card reading on it, and maybe Ria is going to be giving messages. She's also a channel. So she's going to be giving messages about twins and soulmates, and Shidi also would be doing a card reading, right? Um, and after that, we will go into more things as we unfold this channel. I do plan to put in things like rituals, meditations, informational talks, maybe even tutorials. We will see how it goes. But mainly, I want this to be like a one-stop shop for all your spiritual questions, right? A sort of safe sort of haven where you get the right information. It's very, very important to get the right information these days, because um, there is so much information floating around on the internet these days, and it's not all of it is in line. I don't proclaim to say that I know the best and I'm right. It's my viewpoint, it is our viewpoint, right? If you resonate with it, you're most welcome to subscribe to this channel. Otherwise, you can explore more. It is all up to you. I do believe that one should always follow your internal radar, right? Your heart, right? It is always going to give you the right answer. If you're not resonating with something, it's not for you. Right? So we are going to, all the four of us are going to be bringing you a lot of things in the future. Okay, it's exciting. I'm very excited because it's my passion. Spirituality has always been my passion. So I'm very excited about this, and I hope that you get to learn, you get to experience, you get to share, and you're most welcome to write to me, to write to any of the four of us. If you resonate with whatever we are doing on this channel, please feel free to write. I always reply. I might be a little delayed in replying because I might be busy, but I would always reply, right? So please feel free. So basically, to recap, right? Mystic Soul Tribe is a soul tribe of, of spirituality, which is trying to bring you, spiritual concepts in a more easy to understand and relate manner, right? We are four of us in this. I'm Shainaa. There is Chetna, there is Ria, and there is Shiti. I am primarily a life coach and a tarot reader. I have been doing this for almost close to 25 years now. Chetna is actually in the media, as well as she is also a very highly spiritual and intuitive person, probably the first one who even got on this journey, right? She's been a guide to a lot of us, to all the four of us, and to a lot of other people as well. Her readings are extremely extremely accurate readings. Maybe you can check that out. She does Akashic readings, and there's a lot of insight that you can get from her readings. A beautiful way to write, a beautiful communicator, and a beautiful person, right? Shiti is also a tarot reader. She has also been working in the corporate world like me. She kind of had a sort of similar journey in terms of the tarot. We both found the tarot together in 2017, and then we came into our spiritual paths. And she is now, she's a brilliant reader, also a very brilliant tarot reader, someone who is a light worker as well, very passionate about it. She is residing in Chennai right now, and you can reach out to her in case you want a tarot reading. If any of you want a tarot reading, me and Shiti are the ones to go for, right? Whoever you pick. Then there is Ria. Ria is a super psychic and super accurate person. Believe me, you will not be able to hide anything from her if you take a reading. So, if you want a psychic reading, psychic services, you can reach out to Ria, right? In case there is something, like healing related stuff, then you can reach out to Chetna and Ria for that. For tarot, you can reach out to Shiti and me. For life coaching, and for spiritual sort of discussions or way forward, you can reach out to me because I'm primarily more of a life coach, right? So this is the four of us. You can go through their introductions. They've got beautiful introductions that they've done. Take a look, ask them questions, whatever, and let's take this forward, right? And before I end, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. So I already told you a little bit about myself actually. So yes, I am currently residing in Hyderabad, and I stay with my parents, with my little dog. I'm a dog lover. I'm an animal lover, actually. I have always had dogs, I think, since the age of about 2 years, I think. Yeah. So I reside with them in a very beautiful place. I'm going to be, sharing pictures of my place. It's very calming, very soothing. It gives me a lot of, good energies when it comes to, concentrating on my spiritual work. So with that, I think I'm going to end, and I just want to pick up like a small message, like a daily message or a message for today for this channel. Um, let's see what comes up. I am going to be doing maybe weekly or monthly messages as well, um, and so that there is some sort of daily motivation or something, or I'm just keeping it fluid right now. Whatever comes, whatever works. It's this is an idea that was divinely guided, so I am going to be experiencing what is coming on the way as well. Right? So with that, I'm going to just, yeah. So the first card I got was the Fates. Yes. So yeah, there is a higher power at work, right? In whatever you do. People who are subscribed to this channel or are going to subscribe to the channel, I'm the first card that I get is the Fates, which is the fact that you are being guided. Maybe you are being guided today um, by the powers that be, by the universe, by source, to do certain things, be a certain way. There is destiny at work. Whoever has tuned in today to this is a message for you. There is a destiny that is working behind the scenes, and it might seem chaotic at times, because at the bottom of the deck, I have the card chaos and conflict, right? So it might seem chaotic at this time. Maybe you don't know what is coming. Maybe you don't know what's going to happen. But there is a larger plan at work in everybody's life. There is change in the wind, right? There is change in the wind. Something is changing. The old structures are breaking down, and a collective destiny is unfolding for you, whoever is watching this. There is divine timing also playing a role here, right, with serendipity. So be peaceful, be patient. I know it's not easy to be patient, but be patient, right? And everything is going to fall into place. You are going to have soulmates and partners on the way. You are going to have help on the way for you to make this new beginning, this absolutely brand new beginning in your life, okay? To the land of milk and honey. Right, and these are beautiful cards to get, because I do feel that with the advent of the age of Aquarius, um we are now ascended to the 5D, right? I am going to be talking a lot more about 5D as well, what it's all about, what are the experiences like, what I've gone through. So we will look at all that. But these cards here are telling me that, maybe all of you who are going to be subscribing to this channel are on a certain path, on a certain destined track towards ascension, right? Ascension to the land of milk and honey, to your happiness, yes, and you're on the right track. Yes, it seems tough right now, but there is a higher plan, there is a higher mind at work, right? So, guys, with that, I'm going to leave you. All right. I do hope that you find the content here useful. Do let me know, do let us know about what else you want us to work on, right? I do, I mean, if you look at the various, spiritual information, there is a lot that we want to bring. There is past lives, there is Akashic, there is spirit guides, and there is meditations and divination tools, and I don't know, there's a whole spread here that we want to bring to you. Hopefully everything is going to pan out just the way we think. I still don't have a plan, but hopefully it will reveal itself as we go, right? With that, I'm going to leave you guys, and okay, because I'm an Indian, I'm going to say namaste. All right, and hope to interact with you soon. Okay.